What's up guys, it's your bro, Richie Rich here. Today this video is now part 4 on the 2nd-Gen or Gen 2 Chevy Camaro. The Gen 2 Chevy Camaro. Today I'm now doing the next part, which is 1976, and then I'll do 1977. Alright, so before I start, make sure you all like the video. Subscribe, comment down below what you guys think. Hit the notification bell, and hit all so you're alerted of when I make brand new uploads. Alright, so without any further ado, let's begin. So next one, 1976. Here we go. Only minor appearance changes highlighted the 76 Camaro. So I highlighted the 76 Camaro, most notably a brushed metal insert in the rear tail section on the LT model. For those who don't know what brushed metal is, it's also known as dull polished metal. It's metal with a unidirectional satin finish. It's produced by polishing the metal with a 120-180 grit. So either a 120-180 grit belt or wheel, then softening with an 80-120 grit greaseless compound or medium non-woven abrasive belt or pad. Commonly brushed metals include stainless steel, aluminum, and nickel. Brushed finishes are popular in both small appliances and whiteware, and feature in both architecture and automotive design. Both the Gateway Arch and the 1981 DMC DeLorean DMC-12, which was modified as the Back to the Future vehicle, as both clad in brushed stainless steel. The intensity of the brushed finish is specified as a surface roughness and is typically 0.5 to 1.5 micron, from 0.5 to 1.5 micrometers. RA, which was the surface roughness, like how rough the surface will be. Anyways, back to the Camaro. Only minor appearance changes highlighted the 76 Camaro, most notably a brushed metal insert in the rear tail section on the LT model. The 4.1 liter, the 4.1 liter 250 inline 6 remained the standard engine. So standard motor in both in the sport coupe and a new 5 liter 305 140 horsepower V8 became also the standard engine in both the LT and the base V8 option in the Sport Coupe. The larger 5.7 liter 350 V8 was now only available with a 4-barrel carburetor and 165 horsepower. All that from a 5.7. Why did they have to do this? Can't I just give it more power? Anyways, power brakes became standard on V8 models. Power brakes became standard on V8 models in 1976. The Camaro's popularity was soaring. Sales totals jumped significantly for 1976. The best year yet for the Gen 2 and were to improve even more dramatically as the decade progressed. Kind of got some enthusiasm going on. I don't know, but possibly yeah, possibly no. Who knows? Anyways, one more I'll do for now, and I'll move on to the next video. Will be the 1977 version. Alright, last one, and I'll move on to the next video. Okay, here we go. 1977. Intermittent windshield wipers were offered as a new option in 19 excuse me offered as a new option in 1977, and the 4.1 liter 250 and the 4.1 liter 250 inline 6 became the standard engine for both the Sport Coupe and luxury LT models. The 5 liter 305 145 horsepower V8 continued as the base V8. And the 5.7 liter 350 four barrel V8 that was optional on both the Sport Coupe and LT models was uprated to 170 horsepower. It's an extra 25 more than before. So 25 more than the standard V8. So from 145 to 170 horsepower. It's not bad, but it's still not as much. Due to GM's engine sharing program, there we go. The 5.7 liter CID Chevy V8 was also used by Oldsmobile. This year, the optional bumperettes were offered for the LT models for their front bumper only, and were mandatory for all Camaro models sold in California. So in the state of California. In response to increasing sales in response to increasing sales of Pontiac's Trans Am, which sold over 46,000 units in 1976 and accounted for 50% of all Firebird sales. The Z28 was reintroduced. The Z28 was reintroduced. The Z28 was reintroduced um as its own model. So as its own model in the spring of 1930 in the spring of 1977 as a mid as a mid 1977 model. It's a mid 77 model. The revived Z28 was powered by a 5 point by a 5 point by a 5.7 liter 5.7 liter 350 5.7 liter 350 LM1 V8 with a 4-barrel carburetor producing 185 horsepower. Not bad, 185 horsepower. However, it would be decreased just by 10 horsepower with only 175 horsepower with the California emissions equipment. Great. The engine wasn't the same 350 though, that had been part of the RPO. So the engine wasn't the same 350 that had been the engine wasn't the same so the engine wasn't the same 350 350 that had been part of the RPO Z28 special performance pack. The engine that had been shared with the Corvette LT1 and L82 top performance 350 5.7 liter V8s from 1970 to 1974. Gone were the 4-bolt main bearing engine block, forged crankshaft, forged pistons, big valve heads, and performance camshaft. Still, the LM1 V8 was the most powerful Camaro motor and only available in the Z28 model. The engine came with both a better tuned intake and exhaust, shared with most Chevy passenger cars. Most Z28s were sold with both air conditioning and an automatic gearbox, rather than the 4-speed Borg Warner Super. So 4-speed Borg rather than the 4-speed Borg Warner. So rather than the 4-speed Borg Warner Super T. So 4-speed Borg Warner Super T10 manual. Output set a record for the Gen 2 Camaro with 218,000 218,800 so 218,853 coupes produced. The Camaro outsold the Ford's Mustang. The Camaro outsold the Mustang for the first time. So the Camaro outsold the Mustang for the first time ever. Not bad. So outsold the Mustang for the first time ever. For 1977. Same one in the last part. For 1977, Z28 Z28 production Z28 production was around 13,000 cars with a with a 195 horsepower with a 195 horsepower 5.7 liter 350 V8 350 V8 motor. Not bad. Makes the same power as an Eagle Talon TSI, but that has 4 cylinders and does like 140 miles an hour with all-wheel drive. So with all-wheel drive. Okay, so so that'll be it for now. So for my next Camaro videos, next Camaro video will be about both the 1978, say 1978, and the 1979 versions. And after that will be the after that will be the 1980 and 1981 versions. Say 1980 and 1981 versions. And then I'll wrap it up for the Gen 2 Camaro, then we'll do the Gen 3. Alright, so that'll be it for now. I'll be back in a little bit for the next video. So I'll be back a little bit for the next video. If you guys like this video, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Comment down below what you guys think. Hit the notification bell and hit all so you're alert of when I make radio uploads. Alright, so that'll be it. For now, I'll see you guys a little bit later for the next video. But until then, stay safe, have a great day, and I'll see you guys later in the next video. Say it. Say it, take care folks, stay out there. Say it, take care folks, stay out there, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.